Hello, welcome to the Everything is Black and White podcast. Andy Musgrove here. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're going to talk about Jordan Henderson today and the midfielder's links to Newcastle United. The 33-year-old currently playing in Saudi Arabia for Al Atifa. He moved there in the summer. Plenty of controversy following his exit from Liverpool. He's been playing in crowds of around 900. That really hasn't gone to plan for Henderson. And with the Euros coming up in the summer, he's been linked with a return to the Premier League, and of course Newcastle United's name has been mentioned. You think partly because of the Saudi link, Newcastle part owned of course by the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia, and then their need for number 6, and that's exactly where Jordan Henderson plays, exactly where Jordan Henderson has made his name, winning everything he could under the sun really at Liverpool. England captain, you know, he is a quality player, and in one sense a move for Jordan Henderson, short-term deal to the end of the season, would make absolute sense for Newcastle United. You know, they need a number 6. They need someone who can sit deep, just plug the hole, can dictate play just in front of the defence and protect that back four. That's what's been missing of late, and Henderson, with his experience, could do that. He knows exactly how to play that role. He's played for one of the biggest teams in the world and done it really, really well, captained them to all sorts of glory. So in that sense, it would make perfect sense for Newcastle United. Wouldn't cost them too much. The wages would probably fit within the bracket of the biggest earners at Newcastle currently. And then you could send him on his way in the summer with Tonali back, and then maybe they go out and buy another number 6. However, when you consider, firstly, he's an ex-Sunderland player, ex-Sunderland captain. Would he want to move to Newcastle United? Would the fans accept Jordan Henderson in the black and white colours? I'm not too sure they would. It seems trivial, but it's a big, big thing. You know, he's one of Sunderland's best players of the last decade or so, so for him to come to Newcastle would be quite something. And then you've got to also think that there's questions over his character, because he moved to Saudi Arabia when he had offers to play in Europe, still in the Premier League. He could have still done a job in the Premier League, and he moved to Saudi Arabia, being paid the big bucks, but the quality's not anywhere near the same as the Premier League. And you know, there's been criticism of Jordan Henderson for moving to Saudi Arabia because of the rights of gay people over in Saudi Arabia, and he kind of played down the criticism, and that didn't go down too well. You know, this move for Henderson has been an absolute disaster, and he is coming back to England if a team does buy him up in January with his tail between his legs. Will it be Newcastle United? I don't think it will be. I think any other player, it would have made so much sense, but I do honestly think the links to Sunderland make it so much harder to pass. I think the questions over his character, you know, why did he sell out and go to Saudi Arabia? It could only really be for one reason and one reason only, and that's the money. He did claim it was to try and change the game. That hasn't worked. And I'm always wary, you know, same with Ruben Neves, great quality player, but he decided to go to a league that is lacking in quality when you could have been playing in one of the best leagues in the world. Do you want him at Newcastle United? Let me know in the comments. Like I say, positional wise, experience wise, would make absolute sense, because I do think Newcastle are lacking a bit of experience. I think they probably should have maybe gone for James Milner in the summer as well. I think that experience could be key, could have been key through the tough times they faced recently, and you could tap into Jordan Henderson's experience. Like I say, England captain, won everything with Liverpool, but it's just whether you'd be accepted by Newcastle United fans, and whether he would want to move to Tyneside as well. You know, he's a diehard Sunderland fan, he's loyal probably. It's like, would Pickford ever move this, you know, great keeper, but would Pickford ever move, and would Newcastle fans ever accept him? Highly doubt it. It's going to be interesting to see where Jordan Henderson goes. He's going to need a move if he wants to get back into that England squad, keep his space ahead of the Euros. You know, I don't think he would justify being in that squad in the summer if he's still playing in Saudi Arabia in a league in where someone of his quality will you know, obviously be one of the best players in the league, but he's not been tested. He's playing against limited opposition, with all due respect. It's a very, very strange move. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes. Let me know in the comments. Would you like Jordan Henderson at Newcastle United? Not for me, but let me know if you think differently.